Hi friends, my name is Ashley Secor, and today I would just like to talk to you a little bit about LuLaRoe, a little bit about this amazing opportunity, a little bit about how it has personally changed my life for the better, and to help you decide if this is a journey that you would like to go on with me or with another one of your retailer friends. So a little bit about me. I live in Boston, Massachusetts with my husband and my fur baby Millie. I heard about LuLaRoe for the first time 4 years ago, and I have been a consultant for almost 4 years. It will be 4 years in January. And to say that my life has changed in the past 4 years is an understatement. And I'll tell you a little bit about that later on. So 4 years ago, I was teaching. I have my master's degree in early childhood education. I was working from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. with young children, just trying to make ends meet. During the day, I was an elementary school library and computer tech teacher. And after school, I ran the after school program with 52 children and 7 staff of my own. And I would get home at 7 o'clock every day, exhausted. If you are a teacher or if you work with children, you know that it's a kind of tired that is unlike many other tireds. I'm not putting any other tireds down, but working with kids for 12 hours a day is exhausting. My whole world was just my career, my students, my job, keeping my licenses up to date, my staff. It was focused on everyone and everything except for me, except for my husband, except for my family. And 4 years ago, I had a friend ask me just the simplest of questions that I'm sure you have been asked before. She said, what do you do for your free time? Do you have a hobby? And I did not have an answer. Because I did not have any free time. I did not have any time for myself. And that was shocking. Now, I'm sure you can relate. When you are in the thick of things, when you're focused on your career, if you're a teacher, you know that for 180 days, those students are your world. And so, outside of school, I was still focused on school. I was still lesson planning. I was still putting reports together. I was still just 100% focused on my job, and I didn't do anything for myself. And that was scary. That was scary, let me tell you. So after someone asked me what I do in my free time, that same person, when I didn't have an answer, she said, I don't want to do this to you, but there is this clothing company called LuLaRoe, and they have changed the way I feel on the inside because I'm what I'm wearing on the outside. Maybe that will help you find yourself. Oh, I said, okay, whatever, that's fine. I'll do anything at this point. Like, I didn't realize how deep I had sunk into my job and how dim my personal spark was. So I went to a party with this girl. I bought a pair of leggings and a perfect tee. I put it on when I got home. I didn't try it on there because I was still incredibly body conscious. And some of you, I'm sure, can relate when you go into dressing rooms and you try things on. You're like, oh my heck, is this what I really look like? So I tried things on at home. And I'm not even exaggerating when I tell you, that moment in Cinderella where the fairy godmother changes her rags into a ball gown and she's like, oh, that's what it felt like. I had a Cinderella moment because I looked good and I felt so dang good. So the next day I wore that outfit to school. And this is so minor, you guys, but for the first time in a long time, I got stopped in the hallway and people commented on what I was wearing. They're like, oh, you look so nice today. Thanks. That little spark that was so dull was beginning to brighten a little bit. Just a person giving you a compliment can just change your entire day. So, endless story short, I went home that day. I bought 2 Carleys, more leggings, classics, and Irmas, and I was hooked. I discussed this opportunity with my husband about 2 weeks later, and he was not on board. He was not on board at all. That was a huge struggle because I knew that I needed to do something for me, but I needed him to be with me on this. And it took a lot of talks. It took some compromises. I ended up telling him, just give me 6 months. We'll see how it goes. And here we are 4 years later. In the past 4 years, I have gone from having one rack in the corner of my living room, 1-bedroom apartment, to owning our own home. Because of LuLaRoe, we were able to buy our first house. And now I have an entire basement where I get to run my business out of. Because of LuLaRoe, I have quit my teaching job and I have quit my after-school job, and I am 100% full-time and 100% in this business. Because of LuLaRoe, I can pay my student loans that are outrageous. Because of LuLaRoe, we just bought a furnace for our new house. Because of LuLaRoe, I don't have to worry about where the funds are going to come from if ever there is an emergency with me or my husband or my pet, God forbid. My whole life has completely changed because of that one person saying, hey, why don't you give this a try? So now I'm saying this to you. Hey, why don't you give this a try? You never know what can happen. You never know how your life can change for the better. And you never know just how far you can grow. Feel free to reach out to me with any questions that you may have. I'm here to help you and to answer honestly, truthfully, and to help steer you in the right direction. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.